Montana is a state of just over 1 million people, spread out over 147,000 square miles. It's a state built by the hands of hardworking men and women, from the farms and ranches of the High Line, to the mines of Butte, to the oil fields of eastern Montana, and to the teachers, nurses, and professionals all across our Big Sky country. These hardworking folks grow and support our economy. They help to ensure that we're living up to the promise of a stronger tomorrow for this and future generations of Montanans. With low unemployment, rising wages, and more Montanans on the job than ever before, now is a great time to be a worker in Montana.
Montana needs skilled workers.
For me, the best thing to do was be able to train someone on the job, have them in the shop working side by side with me. It worked out perfectly. It couldn't have been any better.
I approached the Department of Labor and Industry because we had a training need. We're a small company and really we don't have a ton of capacity to train. They were incredibly supportive. They allowed staff members to be able to get the training, which has increased our capacity.
We needed staff. We are a growing company. We were growing very quickly. Number one, we needed a way to recruit better. And number two, we have a great training program, but there's the educational component that we did not necessarily have the ability to teach. So that's why we partnered with higher education, and that's why it's been such a great partnership for us.
We also worked with the department to encourage employers to provide opportunities for apprentices to be trained.
The Montana Department of Labor and Industry is building the tools to help employers and employees succeed, and strengthening partnerships with private industry and education to maximize our efforts.
Work-based learning is a phenomenal way to solve the problems of the workforce by developing hands-on experiences for our students.
There are so many different ways to learn, and a lot of students learn obviously in a classroom, but having your hands-on really is an amazing way to learn and put the classroom education to practice.
The clinic hours just build on what you learn in the lecture portion of the class. So maybe if something didn't click during the lecture, it's okay, because I'm a hands-on learner. So the clinical really helps solidify that in my head.
It's about workforce development, economic development, and community development. And that is the strength of all of the two-year institutions in this state. That's what we do, is we grow our communities.
It's about building a career pipeline, and it requires a cultural shift in how we perceive options for students after high school.
It's aligning industry with education to get the right training to the right door at the right time.
This is a critical question, and why we've brought everyone to the table to take a fresh look at how we prepare our workforce. It must be driven by labor market data and specific training needs of employers.
One of the things that we've done is to highlight the top 10 careers in demand in Montana, according to the Department of Labor statistics.
Apprenticeships are a time-honored training model and a vital tool for creating a pipeline of highly trained workers. Almost 90% of apprenticeship graduates stay in state, and many earn a nationally recognized industry credential upon completion of the program.
I'm able to earn while I learn. So I'm able to get a paycheck and also help understand the nursing material better.
It's a great job for me, and it's also a fulfilling job. On-the-job training was definitely the catalyst for me and for the business to make that happen.
Having this opportunity to work at the Chamber, doing all of these things that I really enjoyed, is exactly what I wanted to do, and it's made me realize that it was a long-term career.
I'm excited to be able to meet national standards and attain national certifications and really serve our community much better in fire and EMS.
The program is tremendous. I think the opportunity for our firefighters to be able to get the education that they need for the paramedic program without having to travel all the way to Billings also allows them the opportunity to gain their degree for paramedicine. It's a huge benefit for our community.
Montana does not have the luxury to wait for folks to enter the workforce. That's why we're launching innovative initiatives using distance learning and technology to help build career pipelines to keep Montana's economy growing.
A lot of people don't have the opportunity to go to schooling. They need the support of their families. So if they stay in their community, they'll be successful.
Now, given our location in Montana, we jumped on board with this because we saw it as a great way to have our local people be able to go ahead and advance their careers.
At the time, there wasn't a nursing program here. We had to drive an hour at the least to pursue a nursing degree.
No matter what you want to be or what you want to do in the Big Sky country, the Department of Labor has the tools to help you get there.
Apprenticeship works.
Hands-on education works.
Aligning industry and education works.
Partnering with higher education works.
On-the-job training works.
Incumbent worker training works.
Training with technology works.
Jobs for Montana Graduates Youth Program works.
Montana works.